Have you ever tried grilling hot and fast only to end up with burnt edges, dry meat, or a fire that just won't stay under control? You're not alone. Some people think hot and fast grilling is the easy way to grill, but the truth is, it's way less forgiving than low and slow. If you don't manage your fire right, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Here's the deal. Low and slow gives you time to fix mistakes. If your temps drift, you can adjust. If your bark isn't setting right, you can tweak things. But in hot and fast grilling, one bad fire spike and your meat is toast, literally. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly why hot and fast grilling is harder, what most people get wrong, and how to take control of your fire so you never ruin another cook again. Let's dive in. Let's start off with mistake number one, putting too much charcoal on your grill. This is the mistake that wrecks more cooks than anything else. If you overload your grill with charcoal, your fire is already out of control before you even put food on. And the worst part, most people think vent adjustments will fix it, but vents don't control fire. They only fine tune it. If you start too hot, you're fighting a losing battle. Instead of dumping a full load of fresh charcoal, start with a controlled burn. Pre-light a smaller batch and add as needed. This keeps temperatures stable instead of letting them spike too high. A lot of people think fire management is all about constantly tweaking vents, but that's a losing strategy. The real key, setting up your fire correctly from the start so you don't have to fight it. That's why I use the fire balance system. It gives me total control from the moment I light my grill, so I'm never chasing temperatures or shutting down a fire that's running wild. Now let's break down the three pillars of the fire balance system. Pillar number one is charcoal management. Use just enough charcoal to establish your target temperature. If you're aiming for 400 degrees Fahrenheit, don't overload the grill with enough fuel to hit 600 degrees Fahrenheit and try to bring it down later. Controlling heat starts with fuel selection, placement, and burn rate, not chasing temperatures with our vents. Instead of lighting all your charcoal at once, try structured burn methods to control temperature. The minion method arranges unlit charcoal in a ring or pile with a small batch of lit charcoal on top to provide a slow, steady burn. The snake method, on the other hand, creates a line of unlit charcoal around the grill, lighting only one end of the snake to allow gradual heat buildup. Instead of constantly adjusting vents, start with them in what I call the neutral position. This means your intake vent is wide open and your exhaust vent is halfway for steady, clean airflow. Now, if thick white smoke or inconsistent heat appears, open the exhaust vent fully to improve ventilation. After practicing and getting the hang of the fire balance system, you'll simplify your grilling and find over time, you'll depend on your vents less and less to control temperature. Now let's talk about pillar 3 of the fire balance system. We're going to call this pillar meat placement instead of vent manipulation. If your temps run high, don't choke the fire, move the meat instead. Proper meat placement controls cooking speed without shutting down the fire. In a 2-zone setup, shifting the meat to the indirect side will slow down cooking naturally. By following this system, you're not fumbling with vents. Instead, you're controlling the fire before it controls you. Instead of reacting to heat spikes, you prevent them from happening. This means fewer adjustments, better consistency, and meat that's cooked just right every time. Fire control is the difference between perfect barbecue and a ruined cook. If you've ever struggled with runaway temperatures, tough meat, or inconsistent results, my fire management guide will fix all that. It's your complete system for mastering fire so you control your grill, not the other way around. Click the link below to get first access and never fight your fire again. To master hot and fast grilling, you need to be in control before you even light the fire. Use just enough charcoal to reach your target temperature instead of overloading the grill, and set your vents to the neutral position and let the fire stabilize before adding meat. Now you know how to approach hot and fast grilling. And remember, if you want perfect barbecue every time, master fire control first. If you're interested in learning more about our grilling educational resources, check out the link in the description below. And be sure to pick up my free grilling guide, 5 common grilling mistakes and how to fix them. Doing so will get you registered so you'll be the first to know when our fire management guide becomes available. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, grill boldly, serve proudly, and enjoy the process.